Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, friends and future millionaires. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Kris Hutchinson. So yesterday I told you about the process on how to set up your website. Now today I'm going to go over the specific pages that you're going to need in order to get things selling on your website. So the first thing you're going to need is a product page. And this is a page that your customers are going to go to find information about their product. Now this is the page that they're probably going to make their decision to buy on. So you're going to want to have your best sales copy here. Now the next page you're going to need is going to be some kind of an order form. Now this is where they can input their information, name, address, and their credit card number in order to make the purchase. And then after that, it's also important to have some kind of a thank you page. So that way they understand what to expect is going to be next in the process after their card is charged. Now the difficult thing is going to be getting these to integrate with your payment processor and also with your autoresponder. Because your payment processor is where that's the program that's going to be collecting the charge. But then we also need to notify them with a receipt. And if they need any kind of login information, we're going to have to send that to them through your autoresponder. So depending on which programs you're using for those is really going to determine how to set those up. So you just want to make sure that you follow the tutorials and find the online instructions for those. Now some other pages you're going to need are going to be some kind of a terms of service. And this is kind of the legalese that all the websites have. And you want to make sure that you link to this on every page. And also you want to include your privacy policy. Now, anytime that you collect information from a client or a customer, you need to have some kind of a link to a privacy policy so that they understand what it is. Now, you can have your attorney draw these up for you, or you can just find some generic ones online and just make sure that you're following the policy and that you agree with everything. And it's pretty easy just to link to all these down in the footer. However, anytime you have a form that is asking for their email address, I recommend putting the privacy policy link pretty close to that field, just so they know that they can click on it and see that you do have something set up and that you're not going to share their email address. That's everything I've got for today on the Money Wheel, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.